Oh guys, well we're back at it again. Had my visit today from Harvey. So look what he brought me. Okay, you guys have probably seen the video before of what it looked like before. If you haven't, go check out Harvey's page and Harvey Spooner. Do a search, you'll find him. And you'll see a video of this bike. We'll give you the ugly gas tank look so you guys remember what it looked like. See? There it is. That's the Flower Child bike. This one here is a 1977. You can see right there. And it's a little different than the 74, which makes life a little challenging. The major parts that I wanted are the brake hubs. This is the front wheel off that bike. This is the back wheel off. We'll call it the Flower Child bike. This is the front wheel off my 74. And over here, because, well, it's just where it happens to be, is the back wheel off the 74. And if you notice, this one does not have a bushing per se in it. And it slides right in and it fits about as good. You can see it fits right inside there. Good. And it almost bottoms out. You don't want it to touch because it would grind and make horrific noises. And it, see, fits about the same. So, happy. Very good. Rear one looks like it's going to work. All is good. You can see. Looks like that's going to do the trick. Front one, on the other hand, seems to have a little problem. This one, and it could be just this bearing is out. You see how this bearing is not flush? You can look down in there. You can see that it sticks out a little bit. This one here, the bearing is kind of countersunk. And there's these little dogs that stick out. Don't really know what the theory is behind that. Maybe a speedometer. Some of these bikes were set up with speedometers. You can see that black right there. Because the XL version of an XR was the street bike. So this one goes in the hole. But if you notice, it's got a little bit of space there to the back, and put it in this one. Boom, goes right in nice. But if you look in here, light, I'll turn it so you kind of see that's bronze bushing in there. I believe it's hitting that bronze bushing. So what I could do maybe is knock that bronze bushing out of there, chuck it up on the lathe over here. It's always nice to have a lathe, especially for little stuff like that. And shave, probably about 1/8 of an inch off it. And then I think it's going to work. So I'm good with that. I think that'll do the trick. As you can tell, those wheels are really nice that came with the 74. Not so nice on the Flower Child bike. But, hey, whatever. I'm cool. Airbox. The airbox, actually, there's kind of a story here. I'll sit down on my step here. This bike is a 77. And what they noticed was that a lot of guys were modifying their bikes and they were bringing their shocks more forward. Normally they would be back here, and they would either weld a tab in here or whatever to get these shocks more ahead. That was a racer's trick. In 77, they must have decided that that was cool. Honda did, and they decided they would put their own tabs in there, which then monkeyed with the airbox a little bit. So the airbox doesn't really want to fit. It's close, and I think it's going to work, but it is different. If we were side by side with the other frame, there's a drop down right here, a little piece of metal that goes underneath, and it allows that box to slide. And there's also a little more metal in here, I think for the fender. So and it bolts into these, the airbox does. In the old bike, I think, well, here, let's go show you. Knocking stuff over. In the old bike, you can see you got see, this is where the two rubber things are on the other bike, and this doesn't have this. See, this piece doesn't exist on the Flower Child bike. And this is different also, because the bolt that holds the front of the airbox on is right there. So there's 3 bolts. I believe these 2 bolt holes here are the ones that hold the airbox on the 74 version. But then again, maybe they do go in there. I don't know. But see, this has got a regular hole. Oh, there it is. See that little regular hole right there? And these are regular holes right through there. Okay. See, so I think they bolt in there. So, and I'm not really sure what went in these 2 holes. Okay. So there's a difference. Will the airbox work? Yes. So I'm okay. That's good. You know, you got to expect, I knew that when Harvey said it was a 77 that we were going to have some differences. But I was hoping. I rolled the dice. I came up real good on this one. I think we're fine here. That's going to be good. Exhaust-wise was roached. We saw it. It was nasty. Smashed up pretty good. It's kind of dark over here. But, you know, these things, exhausts, are extremely hard to find. There's guys selling them on eBay or trying to sell them on eBay for, like, this exhaust right here on eBay. They'd want $200 for it. So I bought one off eBay a while ago. This one I give $10 for. Had a good pipe kind of, and it had a good spot here where it's put together. It's got a little bit of hole. It's there side by side. I should turn that other light on. Let me do that. That helps a little. Okay. So, you know, I could probably salvage some of the dents out of it, even if I cut it in this position right here, you know, and knock the dents all out of it, welded it all up. Use this piece, which is pretty nice. Getting a little thin there, but, you know, weld that back together. Maybe I could make one exhaust out of it. It does have a nice back part, though. This part's nice. So, and this isn't the style that my bike would have had, but actually would have truncated off right here, pretty much. It wouldn't have had this little downspout on it. Otherwise, it'd be pretty much the same exhaust. So I'm good with that. That's okay. That's more of an exhaust than what I had. Now, the coolest part, I told Harvey when he left, was these handlebars. These things are sweet. These are really nice shape. There's one little bend right up in the top bar here. I mean, you guys could probably barely see it. It's right about in there. Got a little doink in it. I might be able to just whack that with a hammer, with a dead blow, something that isn't going to mar it up too much. And these handlebars are polished right up. They're not really pitted, rusted, or nothing. They're very nice. Twist throttle, I didn't have one. This looks to be the real twist throttle, and it actually works once I disconnected it from the carburetor. This has the little plug on this side because the kill switch, I think, went on this side. Now, the other bike that Harvey brought up was that 79, and that bike had this on it. This I was awfully excited about because these babies are wicked, wicked expensive on eBay. So I was excited. I put it on here because I was so excited just to make sure it fit, and it did. And I did a little happy dance and was very, very happy. So that's pretty much that part. Oh, carburetor. The Flower Child bike, this one, had a carburetor on it, which is great. Good news, right? Need a carburetor. Oh, here's the other part of the airbox too, all together. As you can see, somebody tried smuggling cocaine, I believe, inside of it, because it's full of white powder. I didn't try sticking it up my nose, and I'm not really planning on doing that, but it's got some nasty looking stuff inside there. But I have seen this white powder before, and it's been so bad that it's actually ate up the aluminum. And this one doesn't seem to be that far gone. So I think a nice trip into the carb cleaner bucket, hang out in there for a little while, enjoy its little swim, and I think this carb will be okay. I even got the float out. Had to put some juice down in there, clean that out a little bit. And I think this carb will go. So I can see it's cracked right there, though. I don't think I did that, though. I may have, though. I did have to do some banging on it to get it up out of there, but I think it would still function, though, because all it's got to do is slide up and down and not leak too much air. Well, we'll see. So anyway, there that is. I don't know if the choke works. Well, it goes up and down. And it's a butterfly choke. So yeah, that works. So that's good news. Here's the air. I didn't try to fight it off there. No rat's nests, no mouse nests. Actually pretty clean filter. Everything looks really good there. Here's the box. Box was in really good shape. There's the drain hole. That would be rotted out normally. Not bad. So even though it doesn't fit perfectly, like the 73 to 76 models probably would fit, the 77 I think will do the trick, and nobody will ever know because it's hidden behind the case covers. Well, you guys will know. This motor, we checked it out, and this one here is a 1.5 motor, so this is a 1970, well, a 0 would be a 3, so a 5 would be an 8. So this would be, if it's a 1.0, it's the first year of production. 1.1 would be a 74. 1.2 would be a 75. A 1.3 would be a 76. A 1.4 would be a 77. 1.5 would be a 78. And then there should be a 1.6, which is a 79 last year production for the XR75s. So that gives you a rundown on how you decipher that number. But anyway, this one had some issues in the flywheel. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Probably not. Where the heck is it? Oh no, that's the good flywheel. This is the one. This one it's got some issues here on the ends. You see this pitting? Like, I don't know what happened there. But what's more disturbing is right there, right almost at the top of the cam lobe, there's a chunk of metal pitted away, almost like something sat there and rusted on it, which is very odd. So this is the flywheel off this motor. This is a 5-speed. I was planning on using it. I don't know. So now I got 2 5-speed motors and only one 4-speed motor that I don't know if it's all complete. So, so I don't know what to do. I got almost enough parts probably to build 2 bikes, but this motor is still set up. I filled it full of juice, and I've been letting it set. I've been trying to kick on it every so often, but it's not moving yet, so maybe eventually it'll break free. But anyway, I'm running pretty long here on this video, and I want you guys to bore you to death. But so Harvey, if you check this out, yeah, I stripped your little bike down. It's kind of naked. But anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks a lot.